What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to WP Workshop. What I want to show you today is how you can create a website for free and then host it for free. And no catches, this really does work. The website can be quite fast, quite beautiful as well, but you do need to go through a couple of steps. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple of things. So the actual sequence of events is gonna be this. So first, we're gonna build a website locally using WordPress actually. Then we're gonna turn this WordPress website static. And finally, we're gonna host it on an external host that allows you to host websites, static websites for free. Okay, so first things first, what we need is a tool called Local WP. This one's very easy to use, so basically just download, just select your platform from the list, provide your name, pick who you are, provide your email, and you're gonna be able to download this app. It's quite a standard app, so once you do install it, you're gonna see something like that. So to get started, just click on the plus icon. Create a site, continue. This is gonna be the name of the site, my free blog, I'm gonna call it. Continue, preferred is good, WordPress username. You know what, you can put basically whatever you want in here because this is only the login for the local version of the site, so don't worry about security, it's gonna be okay. Add site and let's just give it a minute. Okay, and that is it. The website has been created, it's available locally, so just to make things easier on ourselves, let's enable the one-click admin access and let's just view the WP admin. And we are in, so at this stage, our website looks like a standard WordPress blog. And we can treat it like a WordPress blog, meaning we can pick a design for our blog, from thousands of WordPress themes available. And the topic of this video isn't how to design a website in WordPress, so I will just skip that. I will show you a design, an example design that I'm gonna use, but you are free to make your website whatever you wish. So just an example, I'm gonna go into appearance, themes, add new. I'm gonna use a theme called Neve FSC. Neve is a theme by a company I've been working with for years. It's a great theme, has some great starter designs that you can pick just so that you can speed up the launch process of your free website. Activate, cool, let's install some additional elements. Yeah, let's set up the theme. My free blog is okay. Continue. The color scheme, I'm a fan of dark mode designs, so I'm gonna go with that. Continue. For the homepage, let me use this one. Looks kinda cool. Let's go for default archives. Single post, yeah, it's gonna be fine. About page, I like the about page. Portfolio also looks nice. Continue. Yeah, visit website. And here we are, this is my website. So as you can see, I just skipped all the design steps and I'm doing it just to show you an example website. So what I'm gonna do now is take this website and host it for free. But maybe before I do, let me just, make it real obvious. So this is my free blog, really. Okay, let's save it, nice. So what I'm gonna do now is export this website in a way that it can be used by my web host. Cool, so let's go into dashboard, plugins, add plugin, and let's go with simply static. This is it, let's install the plugin. And what this plugin gonna do is gonna turn our website into a static version. Let's activate, cool, let's go into simply static, settings, then deploy, and in here, let's pick a local directory. And in here, just pick a location on your local machine. It doesn't really matter where you put it, so just, make it somewhere where it's gonna be easy to find for you. So that is good, let's save settings, nice. And all you have to do now is just generate. Simply Static is going to start generating the static image of your website. So a couple of words of warning about static websites. So for the most part, a static website looks just like any other website for a visitor, for your visitor. However, without some additional tools, you won't be able to use some dynamic features that often come with platforms like WordPress, for example. So things like comments, things like contact forms and such won't work by default. You can still do them, have them, but they do require additional tools, and Simply Static does provide you some of those, but you will have to pay to upgrade to the pro version of this plugin to get them. However, this is just a demo, so I'm not gonna bother with any of that, and I think that the generation has completed at this stage. Cool, it's done, so I can check the directory, see if everything is here, and yeah, it does seem like my website has been generated. Cool, so that is good. What we're gonna do now is export export this website to GitHub. So GitHub is the most popular code repository on the web. It's free, has a lot of great features, but we're only gonna be using it very simply. So if you're new to GitHub, I would encourage you to get the desktop version of GitHub. If you aren't new to GitHub, then you already know what to do at this stage, so you can skip this part. But I'm gonna go for the desktop version, so let's just download it. And once you do download it and install it, you're gonna see something like that. So what you do here is just add and create a new repository. All right, so this is kind of important. So you have to name your repo right. So how to name it? The best way to do it would be just to grab this last part from the path that you've created for your static site. So I have that. I'm just gonna copy this here and let's go back and let's grab the rest of the path to this static website. And this I'm gonna place in here as the local path to this repo. And that is it. Just create repo. Let's publish this repo, name free demo, keep this code private. This is kind of important because we want to be the only ones who can use this repo for generating our static website. So let's publish. And cool, if we click on view on GitHub, we're gonna see this repo on GitHub. This indeed is my static website. So what to do now? So the best part is that right now I can take this free website and host it somewhere. And that somewhere is gonna be Savala. So after you're done with the sign up, just go to the dashboard, then into static sites. So pretty simple stuff. Just click on create static site and in here, pick GitHub in our case, then select your repository. But before you do that, you might want to check your GitHub repository access credentials. Either give Kinsta access to all your repositories or just select ones. So I will just select the one that I'm interested in. It's free demo. Let's save. Cool. And when I'm back in this panel, I will be able to select my repo here from the list. The branch is main, name is free demo. Next, auto deploy. This is kind of cool feature because what this means is that each time your GitHub repo will update, then Savala will take this new update, this new version of your site and roll it out automatically. So next section on this screen is the build settings. So for what I have done here, meaning I'm using a completely static version of a WordPress website, so I don't need the building feature before publishing. So I can just go by disabling this and then just create static site. Cool, the site is building. Let's see. Okay, and after a couple of minutes, depending on how big your website is, you should see the deployment complete successfully. If you click on that link in here, you're gonna see your website. And here it is. This is my website, the static version of my website. So my website, my free website started as a normal WordPress blog running locally, after which I generated a static version of that blog using Simply Static. I exported it to GitHub and then I deployed it from GitHub directly to Savala, and this is the final result. And the best part, I can now update this blog quite easily. So what I do, just go, into the blog, maybe into posts. Again, this is the local version of my blog. Let's add a new post, maybe new post. Not to be too creative about it, so let's just publish this one. Publish. Cool, it's been published. I can see it in here. Let's go to the blog. Yeah, my new post is indeed here. So let's go back, Simply Static. Let's generate a new version. Let's give it a minute. It is done. So if I go to GitHub desktop, again, I'm gonna see all the changes that have been made. So let's just call it new post. Let's commit those changes. Let's push. It says that it's been done. So I can now go back to Savala and I'm gonna see that a new deployment has started just like that. I didn't need to trigger anything. So let's just wait a short while for it to finish. Yeah, this was a simpler deploy. So it only took 22 seconds. And if I go to my blog once more, this is the static version, the online version, and I refresh the page, I go into blog, and what I'm gonna see is indeed my new blog post. So it has been rolled out just like that automatically. So how cool is that? We are hosting this for free. We built it for free. And as long as we don't need a custom domain name, it can remain free forever. Why not? Yeah, that is it. So do let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm Karol. You can find me at wpwork.shop and see you next time.